I'd like to start by talking about your stat priority. For the best results, you want to run with versatility, mastery, crit, haste, and lastly multi-strike. Next up, let's talk about your talents. For your tier 1 talents, we have Feline Swiftness, Displacer Beast, and Wild Charge. Wild Charge is a gap closer and must pick talent for Feral, because unlike Displacer Beast, it can be used in stealth. You'll most likely never switch out of this talent. For your tier 2 talents we have Ysera's Gift, Renewal and Cenarian Ward. Ysera's Gift is the common pickup here, because the passive healing it gives you is too good to miss out on. It not only heals you but your teammates as well if you're at 100%. Be aware though, if you're not at 100% it will not heal your teammates. For your tier 3 talents we have Fairy Swarm, Mass Entanglement and Typhoon. Fairy Swarm is a good talent if you're needing to slow someone or prevent them from stealthing. It's also a great gap closer. Mass Entanglement is the least useful and least popular of the three, but can be okay against multiple targets. Ultimately we have Typhoon. This will be your go-to talent. It can be used to create distance, knock enemies out of line of sight of their healers, and even stop those healers' crucial heals. For your tier 4 talents, we have Soul of the Forest, Incarnation King of the Jungle, and Force of Nature. Without a doubt, Incarn is the best talent here, as it's our burst cooldown and when combined with the Berserk, can boost your damage by a crazy amount. Force of Nature, however, is a viable talent, and you might want to pick it up when facing things that can kite you constantly, such as mages. The CC and bleed damage that they provide can add up to a surprising amount. For your level 75 talents we have Incapacitating Roar, Ursul's Vortex and Mighty Bash. Incapacitating Roar can be great for CCing multiple targets, and it allows you great pressure as you can almost guarantee a full Cyclone every 30 seconds. Bash is however your go-to talent, and you'll be switching between Incapacitating Roar and this, depending on what you're against and what your setup is. I've personally never used Ursul's Vortex, but I've heard that it can be pretty fun in Battlegrounds. For your tier 6 talents we have Heart of the Wild, Dream of Cenarius and Nature's Vigil. Nature's Vigil is the most commonly picked up talent, but Dream of Cenarius is also viable when facing high sustained damage comps. Lastly we have your tier 7 talents. The only two that are notably useful are Blood Talons and Claws of Shivala. Blood Talons can be fun in battlegrounds and duels just to see some big numbers, however for arena you're always going to want to go with Claws of Shivala for the extra 5% versatility and the ability to cast in cat form. Now moving on to glyphs. There are two glyphs that you're going to want to always have on. Those are Glyph of Savage Roar and Glyph of the Ninth Life. Your third glyph is going to be interchangeable depending on the comp you're against. I like to run with Ferocious Bite, Skull Bash or Master Shapeshifter, depending on what I'm facing. Glyph of Master Shapeshifter. I use this against mass slow root CC comps, as it enables me to use my Power Shift macro as much as I need to, without having to worry about the cost of mana. Glyph of Skull Bash can be good for locking out spellcasters and healers. Finally, Glyph of Ferocious Bite. This gives you more sustain, and if you use it properly, can work very effectively. Using 2 or 3 combo point Ferocious Bites can heal you quite a bit. You may be thinking 2 or 3 combo point Ferocious Bites sounds stupid and a waste of combo points, but I'll show you a clip later of why it's not. Now let's talk about enchants. You're going to want to buy Gift of Versatility for your neck and both your rings. When enchanting your weapon, it all comes down to personal preference. If you want high burst damage, then Mark of the Thunderlord is the enchant for you. However, if you want high sustain damage, then Mark of Bleeding Hollow. I personally run with Mark of Bleeding Hollow, as I prefer the sustained damage. You want to make sure you keep Savage Roar up as much as possible when fighting. In terms of importance, the priority order is as follows: Savage Roar, Rip, Ferocious Bite, Rake, Shred. You need to know how to prioritise your abilities and know when to use what. Your Rip can deal 94,000 damage over 24 seconds, whereas your Ferocious Bite deals 26,000 to 52,000 instant damage. However, if your target is below 25% health and you use Ferocious Bite, then Rip is automatically applied. Ideally, you only want to use Rip when you have 5 combo points and Ferocious Bite at 5 combo points, unless you're using it to heal. To maximise your damage output, you should refresh your Savage Roar at 17 seconds, your Rip at 7 and your Rake at 3. An ideal opener will look something like this. I've seen a lot of one-shot macros on YouTube, and I think you can do a lot more damage without something like a cast sequence macro. That being said, here's an example of your burst rotation. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe, as we're an extremely new channel and every single person counts. Other than that, it's been emotional, guys. I'm out. Peace. Frag out!